Hello everyone, LRon here with part 23 of my total Terraria world Annihilation. So, I found that the key to non-conventional boss victories is actually through minecarts. Which is funny because I never used minecarts with Jimothy at all. It kind of just seemed silly and pointless. But in expert mode, they become amusing once you defeat the mechanical bosses and get the mechanical minecarts. Actually, now that I think about it, Jimothy did briefly use minecarts. At some point he upgraded his sky bridge to use minecarts instead of dirt. But then when I found out that asphalt existed, I quickly got rid of it in favor of a asphalt sky bridge. So I guess I never used minecart for offensive reasons. That's a bit more accurate. So when Cat Althum got to the point where she needed to kill Duke Fisherone, she struggled just as much as Jimothy did, even though she had a UFO mount and Jimothy didn't. Jimothy just had like teleporters and stuff like that. Also, I think Jimothy was also dumb enough to try to just outrun everything on the asphalt sky bridge, and that didn't really work out too well. So, eventually I turned to the wikis and read up, and didn't see anything that really worked out for me, so I then turned to YouTube to see what other people did in expert mode, and there was this one video from Harada that I ended up liking. That YouTuber's gambit was to have a elaborate track that spanned the ocean, and it would teleport you up a layer, and then you drive across the layer, then teleport up to the next layer, and then eventually when you got to the peak height, you would then go down some zigzaggy thing to get back to the beginning. And with that approach, the gambit was to use the sniper rifle with chlorophyte ammo because of its super high damage and not needing to even click in the right direction. That fight, that particular gambit made the fight winnable, maybe 1 out of 3 for me, with the beetle shell armor. Although I think I was using some accessories that weren't necessarily as useful as I would have hoped. there's this stone that lets you regenerate quickly as long as you're holding still. I thought that staying still inside a minecart while the minecart goes really fast was going to qualify for the regeneration properties, but it does not. So that was a wasted accessory slot, and little stuff like that adds up. So, and also, it didn't help that I was a bit lazy with my own personal construction. I did not replicate it exactly as the video showed. I didn't have that little zigzag downwards. I instead had a second set of tracks that basically ran equal and opposite to the ones that went up. So as a result, I got hit by more Sharknadoes and Cthulhu-nados than I should have. So the original design was better than mine in terms of safety as well. But in any case, that video just sparked a bunch of inspiration for using minecarts to beat bosses. And so my Moonlord Battle Arena is literally just a minecart that goes from my house all the way to an ocean with bumpers at the end. And I'm just going 102 miles an hour on my mechanical minecart, shooting chlorophyte bullets through the SDMG. I was using the vortex booster, or whatever the thing you can make during the lunar events when I first killed the Moonlord, so I did have something almost as good as a stepping stone. And then I also had ambitions to use minecarts to defeat the Dungeon Guardian. I've described those ambitions before, but at the end of this video cohort, there will be a diagram that I drew up in Microsoft Paint, and so I'll be able to explain visually what the intended design was going to be. So this is where I get super paranoid, and I'm looking for the old man, and I'm super confused as to why I can't find him. And at this point, nothing in the universe makes sense. I'm kind of just peeking around, and he's just nowhere. And then I continue this frantic search in the next video, so I will see you there.